We back. We back. Episode 4. Happy New Year. New Year, as they say, New Year, New Me, but I don't believe in that. Let's go. Talking sports with the know-it-alls. We here with the crew. My boy in the trash bag section.
Yo.
And we got Big Ralph.
Your permanent seat.
Right.
You see
We're
that?
going to get right into it today, man. We're
gonna
gonna talk NBA today. You know, everybody be talking about they don't watch NBA after January. You know, I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that.
But we're gonna do a know-it-all NBA preview. So we're gonna talk about the West first. So our first topic gonna be the Warriors. What you guys think of the Warriors? Especially with Klay coming back today. So I'm gonna go first. I think the Warriors are a legit title contender. I'm not the biggest Warrior fan.
Jesus.
But with them having the type of season they had, and they done already missed Klay and Wiseman, they still one of the top 2 teams in the West. I think they're gonna be a threat once they get fully healthy. So I really like them, and I think they're gonna be a tough out come playoff time. So what you think, Ant?
First of all, I don't believe in Golden State. I think it's just for the regular season. I need to see how Klay Thompson look when he come back. Period. I don't think with Steph and what they got now, I don't think getting into the playoffs and making a deep run in the playoffs, I don't think it's gonna be good enough. I need to see if Klay Thompson gonna come back and be anything of himself before I'm ready to say, oh, Western Conference Finals, oh, NBA Finals. That's just me.
I'm gonna let you go, Ralph, but let me get on Ant right quick.
That's just me.
With the depth they have now, with the young boys playing, I don't think they need Klay to come back killing soon as I think they could bring them in slowly because they got the young boys who got better roles. You got Wiggins, you got Poole, you got Gary Payton II. So you really don't need Klay to come in giving you 20, so you can work your way. Just let him get his feet wet.
No,
and he a shooter. So if you hoop, all of us don't hoop. So if you a shooter, that don't leave.
Not
at all. You know what I'm saying? That don't leave. So it's about him just getting his rhythm back, game speed back, and I think Steph is the type of player to keep it thorough for him, to keep him just ease him in, and by the playoffs he rocking and rolling. So I respect your opinion. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. What you think about him, Ralph?
I disagree with Ant, of course. I think the Warriors. I think they're good. I don't think they're great yet. I think Klay would definitely put them over the top. It's going to take Klay a little time. It's a good thing he's coming back in January instead of after the All-Star break. So only thing that's going to hurt him is his stamina. That's it. And like I said, he can shoot. And a shooter gonna shoot. He gonna make shots. It'll take him a little minute to get acclimated, getting up and down the court, run off the screens and everything. But at the end of the day, he'll be fine. After about 20 games, I think he'll be back acclimated to everything. I think the thing that's gonna hurt him the most is defense because he's not gonna trust his knee off the top. And you have been injured twice already, and you would tore your Achilles too. So and they on both opposite legs. That's gonna be tough for him.
Golden State needs his defense.
Yeah, but he's a shooter. So he'll be helped by Draymond and the rest of them. But they got a lot of young, good talent. I think that was almost like a curse. It was a gift and a curse for them because he'd been hurt 2 years. Now you was able to get good draft picks, and you was able to get other players like Gary Payton II, who nobody even knew about for a while.
Yeah,
he came out of Oregon State just like his daddy and all that, and nobody knew who he was really besides the name. He played in the G League, then he gets an opportunity. Plus, COVID helped that too. Yeah. But so I think they got a lot of young talent. Andrew Wiggins is actually playing well for once. He's been trashed for so long in the league. So and then you ain't got Wiseman either. That's your size. And Draymond's actually playing pretty well this year as well. So and then Steph is Steph. Yeah. So I think they're definitely a contender. I don't know if they're gonna stay up there with terms of that record wise, but they'll definitely be top 2 in the West. Yeah. With no problems.
Well, before we continue on Facebook Live, if you guys want to chime in if you agree, chime in. If not, say whatever. So the next team we're gonna talk about is Phoenix. They went to the finals last year, so a lot of people think it's a fluke, but right now they still battling Golden State for the top record in the West. Do I think they're gonna keep it up? Yeah, I think they're gonna keep it up. I like their mixture of youth, and I just like CP3. He a leader. I just wish Aiden would give me a little more. I wish he had a little, as we used to say when you played the old folk, he need to hit the weight room.
Yeah.
Because when he played the big centers, they bully him around.
Disappear.
So I wish he had a little more strength in him. But I like Bridges. I like Bridges when he was at Villanova.
He played good other night.
I like Bridges. I like Cam Johnson. Him coming from Carolina. And Booker is just, I like Booker. So I think they still gonna keep it up and battle Golden State, for the top seed, and they could make a return trip to the final. But we'll talk about that later. But I like them. So what you think, Ed?
I have to, for once, I have to agree with you. I think
Lord.
the Suns is gonna keep it going. I like the way Chris Paul is playing. I feel like he should have always been playing like this, and I feel like Devin Booker is just getting better. Every night I see him, he just constantly just getting better. Everybody else on the team, the continuity, I have to agree with you. I think the Suns is going to keep moving forward. I don't think they're going down. No.
Okay, what you think, Big Brown?
Definitely, I think the Suns could return to the finals. They had the best offseason acquisition with adding JaVale McGee to the mix. So
If that ain't some
it's
bias.
It's an interesting stat about him. Did you? I hope you know.
Saying that was
that's his cousin.
No, I know. It's a
that was
stat.
the best offseason move in my opinion because
league and rebound
they
or something
did
like
everything. They had everything they needed. They just needed another big body that can block shots, change some shots, get a couple highlight plays, whatever. That was their best offseason move. That's all they need to do, and that's what they did.
Postseason
And
experience.
then you also got Bridges and Cam Johnson playing out crazy right now.
Saw him the other night.
Both of them playing. Bridges is their best defender on the perimeter, and then you making it real easy for Chris Paul and the young boy Booker to really not have to score as much. Like if you look at Booker really ain't scoring over 30 all the time like he's been doing the last couple of years.
Spots.
He's picking his spots when to do it. So Cam Johnson and them has actually helped him. And then Aiden, their only lack, if they have one, is Aiden.
Yeah.
Because, like Jimmy said, he needs to hit in the weight room. And then he needs to, when he's playing against the bigger players like Jokic, Gobert, he needs to use more finesse and use his speed than trying to body with them. You can't. They're too big. And he should be able to have really no problem with Joker because Joker can't jump over a credit card. But he seems to have a problem with him. But, other than that, I think the Suns, my pick for the West, by easy.
We'll see this playoffs if you
Another team that's I'm not intrigued by because I think they're just a regular season team is Utah, and every year they're amongst the top 4 or 5 in the West. So, but they like right now they right back at it. I like Donovan Mitchell.
top 4.
I really like Donovan Mitchell. I like Gobert. As long as he stay away from COVID, he'll be all right. But I like Gobert. He give him that rebound and defensive presence. They're just a good team. I think they just made for the regular season. They like a 90s, because I always reference the 90s, like a 90s Indiana Pacers. Yeah. They always going to be in the top 4, but they always going to fall. They tease you. They'll go on the street and you'll see them like, you be like, man, they tight. Yeah. Man, this might be the year. As soon as them lights come on, they get lemon booty, so to speak. They get scared. So we're gonna talk about Utah. Like I say, I like them. Do I think they can make the finals? No. I think they can do an upset or two, but this year, no. So what you think, Ed, about Utah?
I actually like Utah. I'm with you. I really don't believe him. This is just my thing when I watch them. Even this year and last year, they need another guy. They need. I can't tell y'all what position, what can he do. They just need another guy. I feel like they get another guy. It could probably put them over the top or put them was like you'll be like, oh, okay, they're gonna make the Western Conference Finals. Okay, they probably make the finals.
You know, when
They need to find a way to get another guy because whatever they had the last 2 or 3 years, it's really good. It's just not enough on the mics. Come on, they need another guy. That's just all I got.
Go ahead, Ralph, then I'll talk.
I definitely agree with you that they definitely need another guy. I am not a Utah fan. I didn't like him back in the days with Karl Malone. Definitely don't like him now.
He still let got over there.
I think they are a bunch of chumps. I think they're just, like Jimmy said, they're a regular season team. Now, I'm a fan of Spider Mitchell. Gobert, I think, is trash. He's just bigger than everybody. And now he has no post moves or nothing. He's just big. Only thing I really hate is that Mike Conley just can't stay healthy when it comes to the playoff time.
No.
And he's been getting killed in the playoffs for that. And I think they had I can't think of this guy's name.
Sure.
Bogdanovich? No, they had
Used to have favorites.
he got hurt not long ago, but I can't remember his name, but we'll come back to that one. But Joe Ingles, like, I think they need to get rid of him. And because Joe Ingles remind me of like an average Joe Smo that you see at the Southside
Joe
YMCA.
Ayers.
Yeah.
Joe
Like
Ayers.
he's just a guy that
Just taller.
He's about, I think he's 6'8", maybe,
yeah,
and all.
like
He got
6'7",
long
something
arms,
like
but
that.
he look like he sits on the couch and drink beer all day and all. Like,
And he
but
just shoot
he
left hand.
he does nothing that impresses me to the point. But the fact that he's in the NBA, he just don't look like he has the body for an NBA
Well,
player.
y'all just said the
But
shot.
that's
all
why
they
I think they need another scorer. You need another 18-point scorer that can help Mitchell. Mitchell has proven in the playoffs
He'll put up
that
40.
he can put up 40
30,
any
40,
night.
whatever
He
you
can
want.
do that. But
Yeah.
Gobert usually don't really help him much and all, besides, a couple defensive plays here and there.
Conley hurt.
And, I mean, you got Rudy Gay now, but Rudy Gay's older.
Yeah.
He's not that type of player no
He
more.
ain't giving
So
no what's in
they
that,
need
no.
something from somebody. I think, to, help them spice them up, I think you go make a trade with Orlando and go get Ross. Go get him, put him on your team. He's athletic, and he can score. I mean, if anybody's watching the games, you watch the Bulls game, he put up like 14 straight on the
Jimmy,
Bulls.
you
the
can't
other
deny.
night.
They need a guy.
No,
They need another guy.
I'm gonna piggyback on that real quick, and then we're gonna keep the show moving. It's two guys, and I know it's a pipe dream. It won't happen. The two guys I think that would be a good secondary piece for both of them, but they'll never get both of them. I think Andrew Wiggins would be good with them. I think they need an athletic 3-man. I think Andrew Wiggins
He long enough.
would be good with them to give them that athleticism. I think a Tobias Harris would be good.
Yeah, I like that one.
I think those two players
Never
is
let
something
that
that a player type that Utah would need.
I think they'll get neither one of them, though.
No, I said that's why I said it's a pipe dream to
Yeah,
get. But I
neither
said when I'm saying they need another guy,
Yeah, they just
those
need
are the
another
two
guy.
that they need an athletic small forward. And
That's where
those
Ross
two-
will come in and play
Yeah,
from
those
Orlando.
two came.
You can get him a little bit easier and a little bit cheaper.
Oh yeah. But
Wiggins
the
or
ideal,
Tobias.
but the ideal. I'm saying the
Definitely.
ideal situation.
Definitely.
Saying going next, it's a lot of teams in the West, a lot of new breeds. The Memphis, with Ja, I like Memphis.
They like fourth in the West,
they-
third.
Right now they like
tough.
fourth. You got the
third.
Memphis.
Ja playing.
I won't even talk about the Lakers because I'm just not.
The geriatric team.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with the Lakers. I'll wait till after.
You know,
playoff
my
time.
my,
I
my
got a
next
spicy
question is
take. I
about
don't like that.
the Clippers. And they said Kawhi may come back this year. And I'm a Kawhi fan.
They Kawhi fan.
I actually like the Clippers. You know, I'm a fan of teams if they start get hurt, but they could still keep the fort.
Mm-hmm. Still maintain.
I'll use an analogy, but I'm not comparing the two teams. That's the only time I've ever respected the Bulls. Because once they lost Mike that first time, they were still able to keep the fort. You know.
Respect.
Because of Scotty.
So with the Clippers,
You know he ain't going. You know he ain't going to just give it to me like that. That
So
would be
with
too
the-
much like
so
right.
with
I
the
had to throw you
Clippers-
the alley, man.
Yeah,
so
you
with the
know he wasn't
Clippers,
gonna give
if
it to me like
Kawhi
that.
comes back, and he don't even have to be 100% healthy, but if Kawhi comes back, will the Clippers make any noise when it comes to the playoffs? I think they'll make a little noise. Do I think they'll make the finals? No. But I definitely think they're a team that'll be a threat if Kawhi come back. You know, like I said, I like Memphis. like the Dallases, somewhat. But that's where I'm gonna go. They're gonna be our next topic, the Clippers. So what you think if Kawhi come back? How do you think the Clippers will step up?
I'm a big Kawhi fan. I think if they come back, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and be crazy and say, "Oh, Western Conference Finals" or nothing like that. But I think if he comes back, if he even close to the Kawhi Leonard I seen, I would say get out the first round, maybe beat one of them little experienced Western Conference teams, and then second round probably get somebody a real good fight, maybe 6 or 7 games, and that'll probably be it. But yeah, I'm with you. I do agree.
What you think?
I'm not sold. I'm like Stephen A. Smith, how he feels about the Cowboys, except the Clippers have never won.
Yeah,
Break that team up. They should have got done. They should have just broke the team up after the Donald Sterling incidents. And now Lob City was a big failure. You had nothing but superstars. Now you got Lob City 2.0 just without the Duncan.
your boy took
And
over
now
the game.
you got better players and one better player.
You can't
And
call them Lob City.
I said without the Duncan.
So make them layup city.
Yeah, I call them Trash City. That's what I'm gonna call them because Kawhi is the best player on that team. That's the only person I pretty much like on that team now. Paul George is just he ran his course a long time ago. His best time
showed
was
up a
in
little bit in
Indiana.
the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but that's Kawhi wasn't there a lot too.
Yeah,
And
that's the
so
reason why.
he's not a good wing man to help another player. He don't feed well off another superstar. So that's why things don't work with him. He needs to go like how he used to be by himself and have a lot of role players around him. So with the Clippers, I am not so. Break that team up quickly. Tomorrow, if you want to, on the trade deadline, trade everybody but Kawhi. Matter of fact, trade Kawhi and let him go
I
somewhere
got a
else.
spicy take to chime in real quick. Would you? What if he went to Utah, Paul George? Would that help them?
Probably. It could.
That's
It-
all how
it
I caught it up in
It
there.
could, but the problem going to be like it's always been.
Contract.
You get to the playoffs, and can he help Spider? Because you get to the playoffs, you built the Clippers for a few years now. What have you done with Kawhi? When he's been on the court, you really don't help as much as you do. A couple games here and there, yeah, you do. But overall, no. And when he was down at OKC, you had a clown team down there. You, him, Melo, and Westbrook. What did you really do? Nothing. And also, I'm not sold on them. Like I said, trade that team, break them all up, get rid of them. Like, they about right underneath Utah for
Didn't
me.
Dame
Like,
hit that shot over him? That
yes.
put them out?
It's
Yeah.
like,
That's
get
the
them
thing.
out the
Yeah.
way. Like, Portland's another team they need to break up too, but that's another story. Not sold on them.
My analogy on Paul George, I ain't gonna even go there. I'm gonna leave that alone. But he's a new version of Scottie Pippen. But we gonna get off the West. We're gonna get off the West.
Yeah.
So what I want to talk about, and I know the public been waiting on, we're gonna talk about the East now. The East is looking real competitive this year. We got a lot of surprise teams, and we're going to get to them. But our first team we're going to talk about is Brooklyn.
Kirby came back this week, right?
I'm all in with Brooklyn, me personally. I was all in on Brooklyn last year.
I was too.
I'm a big KD fan. I'm a big Kyrie fan. Harden, for Brooklyn, I think he could do what he could do. Me personally, I think a lot of Brooklyn. I like the LaMarcus signing. I like Blake Rowe. I just like their team. I like the Patty Mills. I think they got a lot of firepower. So I like Brooklyn, me personally. So what's your take on Brooklyn and what you think about Brooklyn?
I was all in on them last year. I was thinking like, oh, they gonna run away, they gonna win the finals. Then things happen how they happen. But I think with him coming back at the midway point, it's not about him being in shape and can he do it. I don't got them coming out the East. Maybe making to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. But I do like he comes back, gets with them. Harden can really play the one straight up. Kyrie can play that off ball. What I saw a little bit last year, they will be better. Of course they will. You can't just go get a Kyrie Irving off the street. But I just think I don't think it's gonna be enough. I think Milwaukee is trending, and I think a lot of people not giving them credit. But I'll give it over to Ralph. I'll give it over to Ralph.
What you think about them Nets, right?
I like Brooklyn. I'm a big fan of Brooklyn. I had them to win last year as well. Just KD feet just happened to be a little too big, but but for the most part, I think Brooklyn's gonna have a problem. One, Kyrie Irving. You have to plan for him when he's not playing, and you have to plan for him when he is playing. And then, let's say you have to play the Knicks in the playoffs. Now you can't play at all, because home and away you're still in the same state. So that's going to be a problem for him. I think what they really need to do is focus more on James Harden being the vocal point of the offense, bringing the ball up, and let Kyrie be an off, because it's a little bit easier that way. So Kyrie can just be the off guard, because Kyrie can really shoot the ball too, and all that. So and it's a little bit easier off the wing. So I think they really need to stick with James Harden, bringing the ball up, and then Kevin Durant is literally just unstoppable. He's probably the best scorer in the league, and I think that LaMarcus Aldridge, he stay healthy, he's still going to knock down his 14 to 16 footer. Blake Griffin last year played very well against Milwaukee when it was in terms of guarding the Greek Freak. He played very well at that, and I think that's really why they're not playing him as much now, because I think he knows what his role is really going to be. So, and I think they also had the second best pickup of the year, Patty Mills. You got you a bona fide shooter. He was a Spurs player forever. I've been a fan of Patty Mills since he was at St. Mary's when he was in college. Like, the kid can play, and people are really starting to see he can play more in the NBA besides just seeing him play in Olympics. So I think that Brooklyn is really going to be, I think they should be okay. I think they should probably make the Eastern Conference Finals, but all that depends on what happens with their playoff matchups, what they got to do with Kyrie. Because he can't play at home. So, and then how Steve Nash is going to adjust to that. So we'll see.
Okay, second team, because Ann started talking about it, is the Bucks, the defending champs. I'm torn on Milwaukee. I like Greek Freak. I don't know why the NBA don't figure out his two moves, his spin move, and drive him onto the bucket.
Too athletic.
But only reason I like them, I like Drew Holiday. When they got him, he solidified their squad.
That's what I'm win.
Everybody has a role. I think them losing PJ will hurt them a little bit, but do I think they could get back to the finals? Yeah. I think they got, once you get that championship, it's something with every team that you've been there. So you know what to do to get back. So I think they could get back. I personally think they will. No. But I think they could make a big fuss in the East. I really like them, but we'll get to that later on who I like on our picks later. So what's your take on the Bucks, Andy?
The Bucks, I mean, when I watch the NBA now, I think one thing that people don't talk about is the chemistry. When I watch them play, I think I was watching two weeks ago, they was down, I think, like 17 or 20 points. Just the chemistry. They came all the way back and won the game. I think people not giving Giannis any credit for getting better at his game. I know he just got just two moves, but I see something a little different every night. I just think he's just getting better, and I really think that they don't have nobody in the East or the NBA that could really stop him athletically. So I got them to get back to Eastern Conference Finals, and I got them to actually go to the finals. So.
What's your take on Milwaukee, Big Bro?
I think Giannis is still unstoppable. 2 moves, 1 move, 17 moves. Don't matter. You got, come on now. Everybody knows what's coming. Tim Duncan had the same 3 moves for years.
Hey, don't
Everybody
do that.
knows what's coming.
Hey,
Hey,
don't do that.
it's my favorite player, but I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
Timmy had that footwork, though.
But you knew what was coming. Either off the glass or a hook shot, and all this another, he might roll you out, but you knew what was coming.
I get what you're saying.
Same thing with Giannis. You can't stop it. If it ain't broke, don't fix
it.
it. Now his shot's starting to actually get a little bit better.
And they got shooters.
And you have a lot of shooters. You have people like Bobby Portis, who I wish the Bulls never gave up on so quick.
Yeah.
Because I like Bobby Portis' tenacity. He's fiery, and he don't back down to nobody. And you can see it in his face. I like Bobby
and he
Portis.
won't just stand at the 3.
Yeah,
and goofball,
man,
score a bucket.
He can play. He can play.
Bobby Portis can
play.
play. I think this year he's averaging close to career highs, or if it wasn't this year, it was definitely last year.
It is, because PJ taking more minutes.
And now he's really playing well. And the thing I think they really need to focus on now is Chris Middleton. Like, it's kind of like he faded away a little bit. Like, he kind of faded away a little bit in the finals, But when it came down to getting a bucket and Giannis was getting too frustrated, Chris Middleton was the person he was giving that ball to every time. So I think if Chris Middleton actually,
be the Chris Middleton we saw last year.
Exactly. If you bring that all-star role back again and all, you'll be all right. But also, Drew Holiday, like, the defense. Like, he your P.J. Tucker that can score.
Yeah.
And all. He's probably not as physical as P.J. Tucker, but he can definitely make whoever's guarding the ball, whoever's bringing the ball up, have a problem. And that's what he does. So
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I think Milwaukee is set up to go back to the finals, to be honest.
Okay. The East this year, just like the West, they got a few surprise teams. I'm really liking Cleveland. I like the boy Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
Mobley.
Dog.
I really like Mobley. I like the pairing with him and Love. I like the boy Garland.
They're not giving him enough love. Kevin Love been.
I'm really liking Cleveland. I think Cleveland is a sleeper. I don't think they're nowhere near finals contender, but I think they can be a tough out for a team in the first round. That's really. I like Indiana, but they're gonna break them up.
Yeah,
I like Sabonis. I love Sabonis.
Yeah.
I love Miles Turner.
They definitely both.
But I know they're gonna break them up.
And Malcolm Brogdon too.
Because they ain't made no moves in 3 years.
So the other team that I like in the East is Philly. I like Philly, even without Ben Simmons. I like Philly. Man, I like Embiid. If Embiid can cut back on the antics, because I hate a person when they're winning, they're talking.
We got all the stuff to
but
say.
They lose. He's somewhere in the corner crying,
quiet,
looking sad. I wish he would just ball. I think when he come to ball, I think there's no big man in the league that could do nothing with him. With his size, his handle, his footwork, his shooting. I wish he would stay more down low because I think he just is barbecue chicken when he down low. I like Tobias Harris. I even like Seth. I even like Seth Rowe with their team.
That's the son. He rolled their team.
I think they got a nice squad.
Got one every year, right?
I think they can. They're a threat. Do I think they're gonna make the finals? No. I think Ben is the missing piece, but he's just a head case now. Yeah. And I think the best move for him is to get traded. Perfect for me would be them trade him to Portland to get Dame. Everybody talk about CJ. I think Dame with Philly.
Because he on the West Coast
already. So problem, but that's like my perfect scenario like I had with like I was making with Utah. My perfect scenario would be Dame getting traded for Ben Simmons. And then you really would be able to see Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Philly go at it to, you know what I'm saying? But if they don't have it all.
On paper, it look like it's even.
Right. So like what's your take on Philly?
I personally really don't like Philly. I like Joel Embiid. I agree with y'all. He probably pound for pound, probably the best big man in the game. But no Ben Simmons. That's just it for me right there. No Ben Simmons. They just cut out. Y'all gonna laugh at me if they make the playoffs. I got them to get bounced out the first round. Now y'all look at the standings. Hold on.
What I'm going to say is we ain't clowning you.
I'm saying
it's your opinion.
Look at the standings. Cleveland kind of slid down a little bit. They gonna make the playoffs, but they kind of slid down. I would love to see Cleveland play Philly, and I bet you Cleveland beat them. I bet you an upset, a sleeper pick. I bet you they beat them.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, that's it.
So, what's your take on Philly, Rob?
I like Embiid. I don't like Philly. I think Philly is ran their course now, especially without Ben Simmons. I think what they should have done early in the year was before Washington made the trade to get Kuzma. I think you should have tried to get Bradley Beal, and I'll let him play with Embiid. A big man, and he doesn't mind giving the ball up either. And Bradley Beal can score. He's a dog.
Exactly.
So I think that would have been my perfect trade scenario for them. Would have been Ben Simmons to get Bradley Beal. But, of course, Washington didn't do it. And I don't know if they called him better or whatever. But I think they're made just the first round of playoffs. Maybe second round, depending on who they're playing. Tobias Harris, he's here and there. 1 minute he's get 30, 1 minute he's got 12. So Tobias Harris is, whatever with the game. I think their unsung hero is Seth Curry, and like he's really like turned out to be a very good pro player. And I mean, you can credit that to Doc Rivers too, but I think he's one of the best players on their team. But in terms of them going anywhere, I think they're going nowhere. First round, maybe second, like I said, depending on who they're playing. And I like Cleveland a lot because that boy Mobley can play. And it just sucks that they're going to miss. Colin Sexton is out for the year.
Yeah, for the year.
So it sucks that he's gone, but they've really been playing well without him. So it kind of make you wonder. It's like, all the other kids that they got, especially with Garland and all that. But I think they do need to trade Kevin Love. But the problem is they can't trade him because
he got the highest paid on the team, but I know they
that payroll and also. But I really think Cleveland's doing pretty well now. So I mean, we'll see.
They trending.
Okay, now we're going to get, let me sit up. We're going to get to the part of the show I know everybody has been waiting to hear my analogy on now. The team we're going to talk about now is I take on the Chicago Bulls. It's a lot of teams, like we mentioned, Cleveland. A lot of teams, Indiana now. But the Bulls is the surprise team this year.
Definitely
a lot of buzz in the city. A lot of people happy. They relevant. We don't give our take on the Bulls. But this one, I'm going to let you guys go first. And I'm going to give my take on the Bulls. So I'm going to let Ralph go first.
Yeah, let Ralph
So,
go
Ralph,
first.
we're going to do it different. Ralph, what you think about the Bulls and what you predictions for them?
I don't think they're a surprise as much as people think they are. I mean, if you look at their team, you got 3 all-star players on your team with Vooch, DeRozan, and Levine. And then Ball is just he's the glue guy. He puts everybody where they need to be. He gets the ball up. He sets the tempo. I think that was the best thing they did. I wish they was able to draft Ball when they tried to draft him, but LA did it just because of the hometown thing. Yeah. Whatever. It is what it is. But they said DeRozan was probably the worst free agent move of the year. All those ESPN analysis, you look stupid now.
I couldn't even believe that.
Because DeRozan's probably been one of the best players in the league this year.
11-time All-Star.
So DeRozan actually been killing for them. Only thing I wish that they're going to need to do is Levine needs to play more within the system of with the game flow. He needs to stop forcing things so much and he needs to play like DeRozan plays. Just let it come to you. And he needs to do that. I think Vooch sometimes gets lost on the court. He doesn't know if he wants to shoot threes. He don't know if he want to post up. But they also credit it to the players around him. Like, y'all need to get him more involved sometimes too. But when he does get involved and it seems like he actually caring to play, you can't stop him. He's one of the better, big men in the league. He's probably top 10 in bigs in the league. And now being probably like 9 or 10. Yeah. For the Bulls, I think they will probably finish top 4. They get a favorable matchup depending on who they're playing. But also, the main thing too is they need to make a trade. They need to get another big, in terms of a big, they need somebody who can stretch the floor just like Vooch can, but also know how to play his role. So I got 2 people in mind. I think DeMarcus Cousins will help them a lot because he can go down, he can play down low, and he can play on the perimeter, and he knows his role. And he can come in for Vooch and still.
Pause. Who just picked him up?
Nobody. He got released by Milwaukee.
Yeah, I was just.
So I think that, or you, like I said, I've been saying for the whole year, make a trade, go get Marvin Bagley because he can do the same thing and he's more athletic and younger. Yeah. But that's what they need to help them. So I think they top 4 for them. And we'll see, depending on their matchups in the playoffs, we'll see how far they go.
What's your take on the Bulls? And I know you've been itching at the bit.
I mean,
talk about them, so go ahead.
I mean, Ralph kind of hit everything. I mean, I got them. They're a surprise team. I thought they'd probably fight for the last couple playoff spots when you look at the roster, but everybody on ESPN should be fired. Like, how could you disrespect DeMar DeRozan? He 2-time All-NBA, 11-time All-Star. I kind of agree with everything Ralph says. Zach needs to play within the system because he get shot happy sometimes. I think because of the talent they always had around, he figured, I got to score like this to keep us in the game or win the game. I mean, I got them finishing probably top 4 in the East. I think they do probably need to go get another big man. It's a big man they played against. I want to say last night. I felt they should have kept. That could have helped them. The boy from Washington. He nice, Ralph. He probably could have did something with them this year too.
What he played in Texas?
Yeah, Garland. He wasn't too bad. I think
that would have been good for them.
the Bulls have a deep team. I like the way Billy Donovan coaching up the team and everything, the coaching staff. I'm surprised. I can't sit here and be like y'all. Like, no, I'm surprised that they are this far in the East. I thought they was going to fight for
I haven't seen anything yet.
6th or 7th or 8th seed, but it looked like it's going to go farther than that. I do feel like they need to get another big man. I feel like when they drafted Wendell Carter, they could have got Bagley. I feel like
went second.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they too bad they couldn't have got him. But they probably just another player away, I would say, and I would say probably a big man. But I don't know who the Bulls would give up to get a guy like that. But I would definitely say I'm surprised. I would definitely say the least. I'm surprised.
So my turn.
Let's hear the hate.
Oh, I'm not a Bulls fan.
Yeah,
I ain't claim to be, but I'm gonna go just on strictly basketball analogies on my stand. I'm not sold like everybody. I'm not a Levine fan at all. I think he's a ball hog. I think he takes them out the floor of the game. If DeRozan or somebody getting off, he always comes as if he has to get his all of a sudden. I think he take dumb shots. A lot of people have talk about he's the best shooter on the Bulls, and I'm gonna say it. I'm live, so I'm gonna go live. I don't know what the hell they talking about. Cause some of these people who saying he the best shooter, I don't think they can shoot. And on Facebook Live, Chris, my softball buddy, I'm calling you out. I don't think he the best shooter. If you want to challenge me in shooting, Chris, put that bread up. You know where to find me. I think Kobe White is their best shooter. I think he can be. I look at him as their Patty Mills.
Highly improved.
I like Kobe White
because they roll him off. They made it seem like
I like
he was
Kobe
just
White.
trade back.
I think he has a great role with the team, but I'm not impressed with him. I think I like Ball. I like the move for Ball. DeRozan missed me with that. He a former Spurs, so missed me with that. I think he doing good with the Bulls.
Don't treat him wrong.
Let me say. I'm gonna take my Spurs fan out of it. I'm shocked by how he playing this year. I'm gonna give him that. But when it comes to the big boys of the East, I don't think everybody gonna say, well, they beat Brooklyn. When the playoffs come, I don't think they could beat Brooklyn. I don't think they could beat Philly. I don't think they could beat Milwaukee. I think they have a rough time with Miami. I think Cleveland will give them the flux. And I think they're going to come off their high myself. And from day one, anybody know me, I've always said 6 or 7 seed. I still see that. I think they're going to come back down to earth. I know everybody drinking the Kool-Aid now because that's typical Chicago. And I know when people see this, they're going to come at me. But y'all know I'm all for that smoke, and I debate anybody. I see them as a 6 seed at best, man. Like I say, the Miamis, if Indiana State, man, I like Washington.
It'll take a lot for them to bump down to 6 or 7.
Nah, it don't, dude. All it takes,
it's take a lot for them to go that far.
All it take, man, is a couple people get hot, and they do for a losing streak. I'm a person that bet, and I'm a law of averages person. What they want about 8, 9 in a row or something like that. So you get a streak, you gonna get a streak back.
They not gonna lose no 8.
I ain't saying they gonna lose 8, 9.
I know.
They do for about 2
that's what I'm saying. That's he ain't get outrageous with it.
I ain't getting outrageous with it, but what I'm saying over the next few months, I think other teams will start getting back healthy, and I think stuff will change around for them. I'm happy for the fan base, and I'm saying that because I love laughing at y'all Bulls fans in the end. because y'all get y'all hopes up, and the disappointment look of when they lose is music to my ears. So I love that. But for the city as a whole, I love to see when the Bulls win it, because the city be jumping. You know, I give them credit. The city be jumping when they win it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm just not. I'm not on the bandwagon like everybody. People be like, "Well, you ain't no Bulls fan." I'm speaking strictly from sports perspective on my knowledge of the game or whatever. I don't see it. If Levine toned down his BS and let the game come to him, if he learned from DeRozan, because DeRozan takes what the defense give him. If he does that, if he, and it's going to be hard because he's played on trash teams.
That's what I was telling Ralph.
So it's hard to break them habits, but having DeRozan can teach him something. But like I say, I love ball because if I'm Levine, at 7, 8 threes a game, you don't shoot that good. You don't go to the hole, dunk on people. Get shoot. If he shot like 3, 4 threes a game, I could live with that. You know what I'm saying?
2 to 3 more free throw attempts a game.
Right.
Knock down.
I could live with that.
At the line that you finna shoot.
But that's what I'm saying. I could live with that. So that's our take on the Bulls. So, you know, we're gonna jump to the playoffs. So I'm gonna go first. The teams we said in each conference, those pretty much who I think all of us agree on. It'll probably be like the top 4, except for the Bulls in my case.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chill on that. I'm gonna go straight to our finals picks. So I'm gonna let you go first, and I'll go last. Nikki, I'm gonna go. Let you go at who your finals pick and who you think gonna win.
I got a rerun for the finals. I got Suns and Bucks, and man, this a really tough one. I got the Bucks to repeat.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. What you think, Ralph?
I don't even really know. Like,
not to cut Ralph off. If Aiden was better, I would pick the Suns, but he not. That's why I'm taking the Bucks.
I think the Suns definitely out the West. I want to say the Lakers might get it together, but I don't think they have enough because Anthony Davis ain't gonna get it together. So I will say the Suns out the West again. The East, toss up between Brooklyn and Milwaukee. I mean, I guess it depends on who stays healthy and who can do what. And then the Kyrie Irving saga. So I go with you on that. I go Phoenix and Milwaukee, but I'm gonna take Phoenix this time. I'm gonna take Phoenix this time, and
a little better.
I hope Chris Paul gets his ring and retires and call it the day. And then Phoenix will be trash after that. But yeah, I think they'll be all right. So I'll go with Phoenix. Phoenix over Milwaukee this time.
I'm going completely different, of course. You know, I'm going Golden State, man. I think it's gonna be Golden State, and I'm rolling with Brooklyn, man. I think it's gonna be Golden State, Brooklyn. I think the ratings will be bonanza because you know KD playing against Golden State, Steph going against Kyrie. Vaccination thing. I think Kyrie gonna come around and get vaccinated when everything is said and done. But I got Brooklyn, man. That KD is something different, man. You know, he score at will. He play D. And I think everybody know they roll with the team. And I agree with you guys about Harden playing the one.
Yeah, that's the key.
Kyrie off the ball. I think that's what they're going to do anyway. And with Kyrie being off the ball, Kyrie's such a good shooter. He's a spot-up shooter. If you need to put them things on you, put you in the trick bag and get to the hole, he could do it. KD, it don't matter what he do. If he spot up, if he come off the screen, if he go to the hole, if he post up, he do everything. So I think that three-headed monster with they role players, I think they're gonna be too much for Golden State. I got Brooklyn to win, and then I'm not a Draymond fan.
I'm a big Draymond Green fan.
I think KD gonna be so riled up. Man, I think he gonna try to put it on Draymond now and just show him like
that's what they gonna put on.
Just show him like I'm that dude, And I think Kyrie got a thing for Steph, like what you gonna do, and then Harden, if they can slow them down, Harden that dude. I wouldn't trust him in the clutch. The clutch. I
he
always
did it
I
for a
always
little
got
bit.
the other two with the clutch.
He did it for a
But I
little bit,
think
last year.
Harden to get to the finals, man, and average a triple-double.
Yeah.
You know, because he'll get them 10 dimes, he'll get them 10 boards, and he'll get about 17, 18.
Yeah.
So I got Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn will be tough.
I got Brooklyn. I really like Brooklyn. On a lighter note, I got the Bulls losing first round. But I mean,
I got a random
I
question
think
to
the
ask
Bulls
y'all.
finish in the 4th or 5th seed,
Yeah.
and they get a fair. Only problem is, I kind of gotta agree with you with the Cleveland thing. Cleveland is a big team, and that's
Rondo
one.
coming
And for Rondo's on that too.
Rondo
Yeah.
coming
He different in
to
the
them.
playoffs. That's he got
Nah,
true to his name.
he's
He different.
they don't like each other, but Rondo does for teams like Chris Paul. So with a team like Cleveland, he's gonna get Mobley in the right spots. Love gonna be able to get out for his three. You know, the boy Garland he gonna be able to be like Kyrie to come off the ball because he can shoot and stuff like that. So he gonna make everybody fall in. Like I say, everybody make a little push in the second half. So I'm looking for Cleveland to be one of them teams to make a push and to challenge the Bulls and the Miamis and the Washington. I'm looking for all them to be matched up from the 7 to the 4. All them 4 teams in that little spot. So it gonna be real interesting the second half of the season, and I really like it. But like I say, you guys got Milwaukee. I got Brooklyn. You know, this ain't nothing but something for us to talk smack about, brag about.
I got something random. What's the biggest disappointment in this NBA season for y'all so far as record-wise for a team that you thought was going to be playoffs
Well,
in
I
the
go
thick?
first. My disappointment is
Because I got one. I sent
my
that last night.
disappointment is the Lakers. My disappointment is the Lakers. I'm not surprised because of how LeBron does stuff, but it's the Lakers because once again, LeBron load up, got his crew, you know what I'm saying, and it backfired on him. You know, and I don't like the way he do it. I think he get players that if it go wrong, they're gonna get the blame, and LeBron not. But that's a whole different thing. But for my disappointment, I'm gonna say the Lakers.
You.
I'm gonna go with Dallas. The Lakers, everybody know, point blank simple. I'm gonna go with Dallas. I don't think they did enough in the offseason to help Luka. Like they should have traded Porzingis. You could have got a lot better. You could have made some trades. You could have got some free agents. I think they're right at 500, like maybe a game above, maybe a game under, somewhere around there.
At the
And
track way at the bottom of the West.
I think they should be way better. They're not helping Luka. I think their Luka experience is gonna be how they had Dirk, except Luka does not have a Steve Nash or Michael Finley to be there with him and all that. So it's basically he's gonna spend a lot of time.
Junior disrespect
He's gonna spend a lot of time on that team not winning and all that if he's loyal enough to stay there. And all, so I think they're my biggest thing with them and all that. Then COVID hit them hard too. So I mean, yeah, everybody can say the Lakers. We all know the Lakers are a disappointment. I mean, point blank simple. I agree with Jimmy with that too. But
Naz is
the Dallas.
the Atlanta Hawks. I just thought they would be a little bit better than what I saw. I know they lost to the Lakers, but I was looking at the record. I'm watching the game, look at the TV screen. I'm like, damn, y'all under 500? I was like, yeah. Then I look at the roster. I'm like,
COVID
damn.
hit them too.
I'm like, damn, y'all ain't signed nobody else. I was just like, I just thought they'd be a little bit better, at least fighting to be in the playoffs. They ain't at like what? I think that should say like 11 to 12.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you ride off of a team that got two of the same players,
Yeah.
Collins and the other big boy.
Yeah.
And all that. They're the same players, except one just a tad bit younger than the other.
Yeah.
And all you gave Collins all that money and all that, but he ain't got no better.
Yeah.
Still can't shoot for nothing. He ain't developed no type of shot or nothing like that.
I
Like,
just
bruh.
thought they was a disappointment. That was all I wanted to throw in there, Jim. What y'all
Okay.
thought?
Well, you know, like I say, I get all that. We straight on that. Like I say, I takes. You guys got Milwaukee. I got Brooklyn. You know, and that's another wrap. That's a wrap for this show to know it alls. I want to thank everybody for watching us. I want to thank the crew and Ralph coming out once again. You know, we don't come back and hit y'all with an episode every other week. Be on the lookout for it. So, like I say, once again, thanks for supporting. As I always say after every show, love 1030. See y'all on next go around. Peace.